Well, hello everybody. I wanted to do a blooms tour and what's new tour while the sun is shining today. It's a beautiful sunny day. It is quite cold, but the sun is out. And I love to do my blooms tours. When the sun's out, something just happens that's just magical when the sun hits these blooms. So let me show you what's in bloom now. What's new, what's going on in my collection. Okay, let's start with Fal Legato. Oh my goodness, she has her own fan club, and you can see why. Just absolutely beautiful. I still have two buds that are going to open out on this plant, but oh my, she is a beautiful Fal. And that is Fal Marianne in the background. So these two complement each other very nicely. So for those of you in the Fal Legato fan club, here she is. And here's another subscriber favorite. This is Phal Soho Lawrence, Tahiti Sunset. Wow, I love the blooms on this one as well. Absolutely a showstopper. These are growing on a secondary spike, by the way. And here is Fal Pink Twilight. So many of you have written comments that you think that this is so beautiful, and especially when the sun hits these blooms, they just glow. So had to share this one with you as well. What a beautiful Fal. And I'm going to give you a side view of this so that you can see that these blooms are on two secondary spikes. These two spikes have already bloomed once. See, there's the top of that one spike. And I just want you to see how they branch off. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to give you a close-up of the blooms on my little Fal star. That's its nickname. It was the star of many, many shows. This used to be in waterculture, and then I converted it over to New Zealand sphagnum moss, and I have many videos about this story, about this little miniature Phalaenopsis. I'm going to show you the entire plant. She's doing really, really well. And here are the leaves that have grown out in the New Zealand sphagnum moss. This is what she has grown since she's been in New Zealand sphagnum moss. It's pretty incredible. So these leaves are huge. They're almost the size of a regular size Fal now. So she's doing very well in her New Zealand sphagnum moss home, I am happy to say. And look at this pretty NOID Fal. I nicknamed her Heartli. And this was given to me, and it wasn't even in spike yet, back in October. So this one has done really very well. It's kind of surprised me. So look at the color of these blooms. I had no idea what this orchid was going to look like. So I'm really happy with this one. It's a very charming little bloom on this one. And let's do a close-up of little gem stripes. This is a little miniature Phalaenopsis. Absolutely love this. And do you see how the blooms just light up in the sunshine? Absolutely love this little Fal too. And the big news of the day is that my waterculture Phalaenopsis is blooming. This is a classic white Phalaenopsis. I absolutely love a classic white Phalaenopsis. And she's got one more bud to go, but the size of the blooms on this plant, they're just huge. So let me show you the entire plant. And here she is. You can see the foliage is very beautiful. The roots are in really good shape. This is the only Phalaenopsis that I have left in waterculture, but she's doing really well. So I'm going to keep her in waterculture. She seems to really like it. Look at the new leaf that she just grew out. Yeah, she likes her home here. But this is the only one that I have in waterculture as far as my Fals are concerned. Another subscriber favorite is Val Carmen. I love the bright color of these blooms. It's just as vivid as it can possibly be. It's just this bright purple. I love this one. And you know that when a Vanda's in bloom, I'm going to be including it in my blooms tour, of course. This is Vanda's Robert's Delight Garnet Beauty. Absolutely beautiful. The blooms on this are absolutely huge. Love this Phal. The foliage on this one is just beautiful. The root system is beautiful, and it's enjoying this bright sunny day, even though it's about 32 degrees outside right now. But boy, the sun really does feel good back here in my sunroom. And here's Phal Magic Art. Love this one as well. Look at the color on those blooms. Wow, it's absolutely beautiful. It's going to have 10 blooms on this spike. Cannot wait until this is all bloomed out. But look at those first 2 blooms. That's gorgeous. And then right behind it is another classic white Phal. It looks very much like the one that I have in waterculture, but it's been growing in bark now for about 13 years. So it stays in bark. It's always seemed to do really well in bark, and I grow it in orchiata. And here's Val Hilo Pink that hangs out underneath my huge Dracaena here in my sunroom. I love these beautiful pink blooms. And I had a request to see Phal Soho Viven close up. This is what the beautiful little blooms on this miniature look like. And as you see, they're growing from a secondary spike, and there's some branching right here as well. So I don't cut off my spikes anymore. I have a lot of secondary spikes blooming right now, so definitely worth it to keep it on the plant. Plus, it's an extra nutrient source. If the plant gets into some type of a distressed situation, they can actually recycle the nutrients in those spikes if they need to. So it's a good thing to keep the spikes on the plants. And here's some blooms on this little miniature from secondary spikes as well. So look at these cute little blooms. I believe that this is Soho Pearl. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it is. But it's very pretty little Phal. And while I'm back here in my sunroom, here's the Christmas cactus that likes to bloom for, what, 4 months now. Look at all of these blooms. It still has buds on it that are blooming out too. So, wow. My Christmas cactus is just blooming profusely this year. What gorgeous blooms. Scarlet red. I love this cactus. And the waiting game is on. My Cattleya is going to be in bloom really soon. I am breathlessly awaiting for these buds to bloom. I've got 3 spikes on my Cattleya this year. That's the most spikes I've ever had on it, so I can't wait to share the blooms. Yay. This really is exciting to me. I have had this plant for about 16 years. It has bloomed every single year for me, and it heralds spring. So love my Cattleya. And look who else decided to bloom in March. My beautiful white Thanksgiving cactus. Look at these blooms. And it's got several more buds on the plant. So I'm going to be having blooms on this one through Easter, most likely. So gorgeous, gorgeous cactus. And here's my red Thanksgiving cactus. As you see, it's starting to bloom out again as well. And it's got lots and lots of buds on it. This one didn't bloom that much around Thanksgiving, so I believe that this one is going to bloom for Easter this year. So the red on this one is a true Christmas red. I love these blooms. And let's end this video with another beautiful view of Fal Legato. I love to share videos while she's in bloom. This is just absolutely a showstopper. So you all have a great day and be highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed. And we'll talk to you all next time.